Welcome to Let's Play Solitaire, and thanks for joining us. Today we will be tackling a random game and not editing it. So let's go ahead and have some fun and maybe learn a trick or two. First things first, I like to go for the columns. Looks like there's a lot of stuff to move there, and then work for the draw pile. Draw pile are these cards right here. If there is a card early on, I like to try to save it for later so I can manipulate the draw pile a little bit. So let's undo that, and let's go ahead and start with the moves. Gonna move the 6. Not sure if that's the best, but it can't be that bad. Let's move these aces and find out what we got. Okay. Good news is we've got an open column. We just got to figure out if there is a king somewhere. So let's keep going on. Now this is what I'm talking about early on. There's a 3 of clubs that can be played. We're going to hold that for later. Now another thing I would point out, so advanced play possibly, is if you have a spot for this jack, you may want to hold this jack for later if you can make a spot later on. Let's say we have a black king and a red queen. You might want to hold a spot for this jack for later on. So just something to think about here. Let's see what we can play. We can play the 7, but we're going to hold off. We can't play the 3. We can't play the 2. It looks like, yeah, we're going to go back and we're going to play the, let's see here, the 7, right? That was the card we can play. So that's all we can play right now. Now, I don't think I've seen... We're trying to look for, well, this 5 will probably be our next card we play, the 5 of hearts, potentially. We could also play this 9 of hearts as well. We may go opt for the 9 first and then play it out of the back. We'll see how this goes here. Oh, there's an ace of clubs as well that'll drop. And we can now play the 6 because we played the 7, so that's kind of good. And better yet, we can play this 5, I believe. Yeah, we were holding a different card as insurance. If I'm mistaken, we will take that back. We were holding a 3 as insurance, so we're going to hold on to that, of course. And now we have this 5 as an option. We're going to hold off for now. And we're going to see if we can find something in the back. Okay, this is good. We're going to play the ace of clubs and the deuce of clubs. So we've got that up in the foundation pile. And again, we're not going to play this 3 yet. We will play this king at some point, and then we can open up this column by moving the queen underneath the king. So that's the thought process there anyway. Gonna cycle through again, and let's see. I think this 9 is probably going to be the card we're going to play. But again, we're going to look. Okay, we're going to play a couple cards here. We're going to play the 9 to start, and then we're going to play the king. And of course, we're going to move this queen over to here. And that is not the card we want to see. We do not want to see an 8, a red 8. However, if we can find a black 9, I can't remember if there was one in here, we can move one of these red 8s over. The question is if we can find it, of course. So let's see what we can do. Again, we don't want to play this 3. Actually, we can play this 3 now. Because if you remember, there's the other 3 is a 3 of clubs. The 3 of clubs can go up here if we need be playing it. Although I'm going to leave the 3 back here because it doesn't have a lot of value here. We've already got 2 aces, so we don't need to put a 2 underneath the 3. The only thing I could see this doing is costing us a move potentially. Maybe not in this game, but I could see that happening. So there we are, the 3, the 4, and let's see what else. We're going to play this 5 of hearts to start off with. And remember, there was a jack in the very, very front, and that was a jack of clubs. I'll go back just so you remember here. We want to play this jack, not the jack of spades. Typically speaking, if you have 2 cards that are the same color and rank, you want to play the one in the front of the draw pile, because that changes up stuff. So let's not play this. We'll save the other jack for later. And we'll see how things shake out. Okay, going through again here. And I believe we can play some of these cards here. So let's see what we can play here. Now, this is a tricky spot. The first instinct would be play the 4 and then drop the 3 and then move the 2 over here, right? Well, yeah, we're going to do that, but we're going to do that in time. We want to be smart with our manipulation of this draw pile so we can maximize our moves. What is a better move, of course, is to wait for this 2 of diamonds to drop and then come back and then play all those other cards with it as well. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to go back and go to that spot again. Now the 2 of diamonds drops. We can play that. We can play the 3 of diamonds up top, and the reason we can do that, of course, is because there is a 3 of hearts we can put over here, and then we'll move this 2 over. Now, this is the card we really, really wanted. This is the 9 of spades. If you remember earlier, we have 2 red 8s, 8 of hearts, 8 of diamonds. We don't know which one or if any is the best play, but we're going to take a look at both. If one of them opens up a column, we'll probably go with that move. If one of them opens up another spot for the other 8, we'll go with that move as well. But let's see what we have here. Okay, that's a dead end. Let's try this 8. There's a 9. So that is going to be the move because that moves both 8s. So we've moved both 8s. Now I believe we can move this 3 of clubs. And yeah, we can. Now we can drop the 3 of hearts. And we want to put it right here. Because what we want to do is move this 2 of spades over and open up that column. Again, there's a king there. So now we got to figure out a way to get this queen of spades down. And then get this jack down. If we get this jack down, that'll allow us to move this 10 over here and open up the column. That's the line of thinking anyway. And again, we're holding off on this. I don't see a lot of value in that unless we get the spades out. So let's see what we have. And, okay, no moves there other than the first move. So what we're going to do here is it's a little bit tricky. There is a red jack and a 10 we want to drop. I think we're going to play everything. Normally I like to play one at a time and play it out, but I think we're going to play almost everything here. Yeah, we're going to play almost everything here. Everything that's an option anyway. We're going to drop the jack. We're going to drop the queen. Oh, did I go too fast? That shouldn't be the front. Oh, that is the front. No, we want to play from the front of the draw pile first. I think, yeah, we're going to play from the second part of the draw pile. And normally we play from the front, but this time I think we're going to play, because that would only drop the 8. Oh no, we can do it that way. I take it back. I apologize. I went too fast on this. Okay, this is the front of the draw pile. We want to maximize the number of moves we get, okay? So what we're going to do is we're only going to play this jack. The next time around, this 8 is going to drop. We can play that. And then the queen will drop. The time after that, we'll play that. And we'll slowly whittle our way through here. So we can move this 10. I believe, well, that's one option anyway. That would open up this right here. There's no other 10, I believe. There's no red 10 in here, so that will be our option there. So let's go to the front of the draw pile. Hopefully I didn't go too fast there. Okay, next thing's next. There is an 8. We're going to play that, and what that's going to do is that's going to drop the queen of spades the next time we go through. And yeah, we got to figure out how to get this jack, one of these 2 jacks out of the way anyway. If we get either one of those red jacks, we're good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play our next move, which is, of course, the 7 of diamonds right there. And that's a good card. That ace of spades is a good card because it allows us a little more flexibility with what we can do here. Now, here's the tricky part. We got a queen, and we have a queen here. We may not want to play this queen. We may want to play it, but we can now bring down both jacks, I believe. So let's see what's under this 10 anyway. Okay, that's good. That's a king. We can move that. We'll keep our fingers crossed that there's another move here. That's a 10. We can move the 9. We'll keep our fingers crossed again. There's a 4 of diamonds. We can move that. And now we're trying to figure out, you know, we kind of need a 5 of diamonds. I see a 5 of hearts here. I don't see a 5 of diamonds. That would allow us to go up with this. Or we need like a 2 of hearts, which I don't see. And I don't believe there's a way to get this jack down. We may have to go back. Now we haven't figured out what's under this queen yet. We can play it. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's a good card. That is probably going to be our move here, because that's the Queen of Hearts. That's a very good card. Why is it such a good card? Because we have this 10 of diamonds. We need to open up the column. And if you'll notice, there is a black jack on top. All we need to do, of course, is move the jack here and then keep our fingers crossed that there is a move underneath, or a card that we can play underneath that column there. 2 of Hearts is a beautiful card. It's going to open up this column, and it's going to allow us to put the 3 of 4 hearts up. And then maybe we can move some stuff. Again, we want this 5 of diamonds, which I don't know if we can get to. That's the only problem here. But we're going to put the 2 of hearts up there. Okay. Let's put the 3 of hearts up. Let's put the 4 of hearts up and figure out if we have something here. And it looks like we got a little bit of a problem. We need to figure out how to get the 5 and 6 of hearts up, but unfortunately, this 4 of spades is blocking. But the good news is we have a 3 of spades right here that'll take care of that problem. That's the card we held because we didn't know if there was an ace of spades anywhere. So we're going to play that up. We're going to play the 4 of spades up. Now what we need to do is figure out 2 different cards we can play back and forth, and then we can open up both of these, open up both these columns here with the 6 of diamonds and the 7 of hearts. We can do that. I think we've got this solved here. Yeah, we should have this. Should have this solved. We can get these 2 columns open. So let's play the 5 of spades up. We can play the 5 of clubs up, I believe. Now we're going to go 5 of hearts up, 6 of hearts up, and we're going to go 7 of hearts top. That opens this up here. And we can also play the 6 of spades up. Now, I mean, it comes down to, the real question is, what is under the 6 of diamonds? And we'll keep our fingers crossed here. Now, remember, the 5 of diamonds is in the draw pile, so that we may run into a little bit of a snag here. Okay. That is good and bad. The good news is we can play the 6 of clubs up. The bad news is we got to figure out how to way to get the 7 of clubs and the 8 of spades up as well. However, this king is a good card because that means I think we can move this queen down, and the queen is the first card right there. So the queen is going down, and we just happen to have a jack, 10, and 9 of diamonds. That is really good because that means there's a 5 of diamonds under there. I'll just show that again. There's a 5 of diamonds under there right there. We'll be able to play all of those cards. So jack goes down, 10 goes down, 9 goes down, 5 of diamonds up there, 8 of spades here, and we have solved it. And that's going to wrap this up. Hopefully I was able to teach you a trick or two. As always, I am signing out. I would like to thank you for watching and wish you good luck. And of course, if you ever get a chance, check out some of these other videos with tips if you haven't already. They've got a little more detail, but not as tough of a game. Well, we got some good examples in these. Anyway, check them out if you haven't got a chance to do so far, and wish you good luck.